Welcome to my channel. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here for a reading for September. What is going on? What is going on? I'm hearing that there are, there's the big existential questions come up. Where am I going? Who am I? Am I doing the right thing? What am I going to do? This asking thousands of questions. And the good thing is that 80% of those questions will find answers by the end of the year. For the 20% left, you're still going to have it churn in the pit of your tummy, as if you ask yourself, my God, where's my intuition gone? It's gone to pot. Why can't I understand what I need to understand? Where can I turn to? What should I do? And, a lot of you Aquarians will have this influence you negatively. How? On the job, what you should be doing, your concentration, working. It takes time. It takes time away. It takes energy away. And what influences you the most is your interaction with others. And you try always, rather than listen, rather than being in the moment, you try to listen and glean any bit of information that will give you a response to what you need to know. And it's always, this month is me, Aquarius, as if you can't get out of yourself and get out of that windmill there, because the gerbil is just turning and turning and turning. All right, so now we've got to calm down. But can we? What does this say? What does this say? The Emperor speaks. The Emperor speaks. Many of you may have an important Aries in your life. My God. All right. But the energy of the Emperor also is a person of command. So Aquarius, I'd like to say you really are in command if it weren't for this Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is stability. The Four of Wands is stability. And the Emperor is an emperor if they have their own throne, if they have their own reign, and not simply a house. The Four of Wands here, Aquarius, tells you that you're standing on firm ground. Your house, even your metaphorical house, is not on fire. Your house is strong, you're in command. And why, we ask, why then am I feeling all of this? Why? Awats tells you, and there are already 3 signs here. 3 signs. Look, Aquarius, Awats has your back. The universe has your back. It's a highly protective rune. It is a matter of the mind. Your mind is going to rule you in the month of September. And it's not linked to the heart. Many people reason with their heart. Many people reason with their gut. And many people reason with their mind. This month, regardless of whether they call you the mind, intellect sign, Aquarius, this month, more than other months, is when you keep it up here and you don't let your heart or your gut aid you. Let's take a look and see if we can get any backwater story or background knowledge of why that could be. Yeah, we get it. All right, now we've got somebody's been bad. All right, now somebody has been bad. We have a person who is very important in your life romantically, who hasn't been all that truthful to you, and you will be seeing them. And lo and behold, that is, I don't know what to do. I know that for some reason, for their own reasons, they're covering up something, they're telling me one thing, meaning another thing. They're just not being transparent. But you reason, Aquarius, and you say, everybody has a right to their own privacy. I lie, even to myself, you think. Let's just let sleeping dogs lie. And what happens when you let sleeping dogs lie is the Seven of Wands. There is just a lot of arguing. We're going to argue. You're going to see that you just can't keep it under wraps. You just can't keep it under your tongue. You just can't, you want to get it out. You feel like you're cruising for a bruising, that expression. You want a good fight because you want to get to the truth, because you think that truth is going to help you think, who am I? What am I going? Where am I going? And you want people to be a reflective mirror for you. What can I say in terms of that? What can we see in terms of that? Many of you Pisces, many of you Aquarius will be having some information gleaned from interactions. Yes, this is true, but it will only be pertinent for matters on the job, on your activity, with your wealth, with your economic and financial dealings, gleaned from other people in the working sphere. All else, family matters, matters of the heart, friends, relatives, that will be you going it alone. They will not give you the satisfaction. For some reason, you feel like they're not giving you the satisfaction of giving you some kind of feedback for yourself. Otala, Otala, Otala. These are the building blocks of the universe. These are the building blocks of the universe. Aquarius, you're not in a building mood. You really aren't. And you really can't see past your nose. But what happens if we want to continue that metaphor, the analogy, you cut off your nose to spite your face, which means you hinder your very actions, your very intentions. Where do I see some respite or respite, like the Americans say? Where do I see that respite? I see that in being with friends far from the maddening crowd, far from your usual habitat, your usual environment. I see you being with friends, and that is when you have that lightness of, spirit, that lightness of being. There are also other things, of course, Aquarius, and one is your relationship to a male that is not a romantic relationship, but it is a very emotional relationship. It's an emotional relationship in terms of, it could be a relative, could be a very dear friend who has been by you through thick and thin, could be a father figure, an older, I'm seeing it as someone older than you, and this tears your heart apart. It's so compelling, it's so important, but I see you, Aquarius, as shying away from that. You try not to affront that. You try not to deal with that. That is a compelling issue, the month of September, that needs to be addressed. I'm hearing that. Also, there's a young person, younger than you, and I'm not seeing it as a child. No, it's not a child. It's sort of the figure of a sibling, if you don't have any brothers, sisters, a female this is. It could be a friend who is like your sister, there's your sister there. And they're going through a rough patch, really rough patch, and they don't want you to know it. Okay, so you may want to extend yourself. These two windows that I just offered you are ways of you getting out of yourself as well. What do we have in terms of finances? And because I see the dollar signs coming in, and this is something that you're not really worried about, Pisces, Aquarius. You're not really worried about this, Aquarius, because you think, Aquarius, look, if it's not coming in today, it'll come in tomorrow. Most of you, right? I'm seeing a good 60% of you. The others are counting. You are counting, but you also know that they will be coming in. And it's not your primary worry, your primary concern. Now, there is this whole area, I see, Aquarius, that you're trying to stay away from being in the public's eye, and you are invited to many different things, and you try to either say no, or if you go, you're just there but you're not there. Okay, this is something that will be occurring during the month, especially around the third week of September, Aquarius. Pardon me if I said Pisces a couple of times, but this is Aquarius, obviously. The Aquarian energy is so very strong. This head here is constantly, and I feel sometimes that I'm babbling because the messages are coming so quickly, Aquarius, that it's difficult to get them out. One of the issues is that I'm seeing that you need to deal with is a checkup. There's a checkup that you need to do. It could be at the dentist. It could be just a simple blood test, blood work, urine analysis. There's blood and liquids that need to be tested. This is in this month, and I'm looking at it as the second week. We need to get on that stick and organize that if you can. But it does need to be addressed in September, just for clarity of mind and for comfort, for your own comfort's sake. I don't see any issues that are worrisome at all, with the exception of you creating a difficulty for yourself. No, I don't. I don't at all. Beautiful. I see this beautiful light as if they were jewels. I see gifts. Okay, the sort of the gift energy of something falling to you from the sky in your lap. But it's taking the picture of pearls or diamonds as if they're glittering and they're so precious, but they're calming, they're not distracting. Something comes to you, and it comes to you towards the end of the I was going to say the end of the year, the end of the month of September, Aquarius. It's an offer. And many of you will be trying to shy away from an offer of partnership, but that will be coming. There will be also, for many of you, offers of a new position. Would be a step up from where you are. And unfortunately, you were not looking for that, and you're not ready for that. And you're going to put them off. Those of you who have this situation, you're going to say, let me think about it. And you give yourself another month. But I do see you taking that up. I do see you taking it up in October and eventually in November. And you do accept the challenge, okay? Not so lucky, let's say, are the two partnership contracts that are offered you. They seem that you're looking down at that, Aquarius. There is a friend, a particular friend that you have. Has not been always such a good friend, but they do come under the friend category. They're not the best of friends. It's a male, and for some reason they want your attention, and it has nothing to do with you, but all to do with them. They don't really need help. That's not it. But they too, like you, seem that this could be the Aries person actually that we saw in the beginning for many of you, but they, like you, they're in this ego bubble, and they want something from you that you don't seem to be able to give to them. And this will be a couple of times during the month they'll be contacting you. And remember that. Try to keep an eye open for that. I'm going to take another card here. We got that. There's that offer. This pay. This the Page of Cups. Yeah, the Page of Cups. There's the offer. This is the Ten of Wands. Oh no, not no and yes, but no. You should know, Aquarius, that this difficult windmills of your mind cycle will be coming to an end precisely towards the beginning of the last week of September. That's true. What I don't see, what I'm not seeing, and this is going to be missing in your life in September, is the figure of an older woman, a figure of an older woman. Maybe they have passed, but a figure of an older woman who you would like to see or like to contact or get into contact is just not there for you. And that is going to be a difficult moment for you to accept that. But look, all right, look at this. Look at this, Aquarius, look at this, look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that. Bjork, Berkana, and why I like to see Bjork Berkana in a reading always is because it is the beginning of something. Remember, we saw this emperor. Well, Bjork also points to an empress who is creative, who begins, and who is pregnant. Okay, those of you who are expecting to or want to, this will be the month that you plant those seeds. Bjork also stands to tell you, Aquarius, it's time this month. It's time. Actually, there's no other time like now, Aquarius, for you to begin a new project. Why don't we take a look and see what type of project that is? What type of project? Maybe I could get a hint for you from the cards. Well, interesting. All right, look. There are tons of projects here. This is the letter. This is happiness in the heart. Sorry, this is happiness tout court, and this is the prison. Now, these point straight to a dating site, and what they, remember we said project. Now, this could have two readings, of course. You organizing something of that kind, of a site for encounters, and you spread your wings and you go and contact all of your friends and see if they would like to participate, not necessarily in first person, having their profile put on the site, but them offering you other names and to have people come in. And it's a very, very restricted, it's a very high, fancy, hush hush, it's only by invitation. Okay, so that is one thing, creating that service, and the other is engaging in that service, you putting a profile there in that type of service. We know there are thousands and thousands of dating sites in the world, and they specialize in all kinds, dating sites for all kinds of sexual tendencies, all kinds of ages, all kinds of colors and skins, But this is exclusive, all right? This initiatory, just like my tarot deck, the initiatory tarot of the Golden Dawn. It's an initiation. It's sort of like a rite of passage. It's sort of giving you the impression, this Bjork Berkana, remember, the project needs to begin. And it looks like to me, Aquarius, that all of these tools, the divination tools, and my what I see is all about trying to distract you from that. And if and I will, we've got the Eight of Wands, those flying wands of love, like my friend Nilita says to me all the time, she said, flying wands of love. That is in conjunction, Aquarius, with Bjork Berkana. You see, there is a beginning here that you tend to not see because you are so involved with the existential questions that we mentioned in the beginning of the reading. I'm seeing that what will help you move away from the windmills and the gerbil in that cage, what is going to help you is contact with a couple. For some it will be friends, for some it will be relatives, but it is both a couple. It could be like sex or two different sexes, but it is a couple who are actually together. They will be able to completely remove your attention from that existential crisis or questions that you're having. And how does this work? How will they do that? They're going to tell you that Rome wasn't built in a day, the 4th of September. The 4th of September! That is not by choice that I said that. This is the 4 of Swords. The 4th of September is probably the day you're going to be talking to them, Aquarius. Rome wasn't built in a day. That takes time. Just remember that the time that you have now, and they'll say something to the effect of wasted on those meanderings of your mind, is spent poorly, is spent not thinking of the serious issues that occur the world over. Coming from abroad, you catch wind of, either in your news feed or from a friend abroad, you catch wind of something that changes very rapidly in their life. They're undergoing a deep-rooted change, and it will affect you emotionally. It will affect you deeply. Why? Because you care for them. You care for their lives, because you are tied to them in some way, and but it will turn a light bulb on above your head and make you come out of that, meandering process. And what I'm looking at, Aquarius, is you catching a glimpse, just like that, a glimpse, that, and you wake up and you say, my God, I'm so worried about myself. I don't see anything beyond that. And that will help you get out of that meanderings of your mind. I do hope this was of help to you, Aquarius. Now I'm going to leave you. First, like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And I will be back with this. Namaste, Aquarius. It was a pleasure. Until we see each other again. Bye-bye.